What is up, y'all? I hope my mic's a little bit better. If it's too loud, I apologize. I'm just trying to work with things here, in hopes that y'all can just hear me better. If I'm spitling into the microphone, please let me know. I'll put my filter over it. Right now, I don't have a filter, but for now, I am going to push it back a tiny bit just so I can access my mouse a little bit better. So I don't know about y'all, but these incident report logs, I got questions. I got a lot of questions, but what I'm doing is I'm working on blending them with the actual timeline so that we can see the actual timeline of events as they happened. So I started working on, I'll just show you. Let me get the spreadsheet out. Let me get that Winamp out of there. So this goes from August 5th in the middle of the night. There's that big gap between 11:30 p.m., the events which happen through the night, and then that initial call. And that's where I'm started on 8/6 is that initial call. Let me get these copied up here. Even though we know it's 8/6, I'm still gonna add it there. So what I have added here is at 9:06 a.m., a CHP incident report was opened where mom calls Truckee CHP. The responder is, or the dispatcher is Roxana Vargas, and Lindsay is inquiring about any contact with Kylie's vehicle. The call lasts 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Anybody that got FOIAs back on that aspect also got what's called call from missing person's mother. And then I'm also adding where I'm referencing, that way anybody that is kind of following along with what I'm doing on my end can just reference anything that I'm putting out. And then I also included the CHP incident report catalog, and then I entered that log number, which ends in 18. These next four end in 18. So then at 9:08 a.m., Roxana, which is odd because I've been looking up where these dispatchers are from or where law enforcement is from. This call I thought was taken, unless it was transferred. Oh, my cat is being so bad right now. Hold on one second. Sit down. Get up. You're fucking my lines up, bitch. What are you doing? Oh, my. This kitty cat's lazy. She's climbing my blinds and curtains and shit still. It's my little psycho. I love her. But the thing that I'm noticing is like all of these dispatchers in 2022 are from Butte County CHP. I don't know if that's anything, but I'm just making note of it that Roxana, these next three people are from Butte CHP. So at 9:08, Butte County dispatcher Roxana Vargas cancels the call before it was saved, which is just odd. And then at 9:09 a.m., she cancels the response with the cancellation reason that a radio desk response disposition, they F-filed it and closed it. And then below that, it says what these dispatches were sent to was EMS fire at Cal Fire, Auburn, and Grass Valley. And then the law enforcement that was notified was Nevada County Sheriff's Office. Then at 10:02 a.m., Stephen R. Garcia, I'm going to assume junior based upon payrolls, he's also from Butte CHP. He's a public safety dispatcher. Gets a call with Placer County Sheriff's Office, and I need to figure out what this A17708 is. I don't know if that's a badge number or what it is, or if it's just their county code number. But there is a 4-minute and 57-second call, which I'm going to put a FOIA in for that. I'm going to put it in through Nevada County, Placer County, and CHP to see which one will give me this call. The first keystroke starts at 10:02 a.m., and that the final hang up is at 10:07 a.m. Then I went on to look up Steve Garcia. There's a lot of Steves and Stevens around this case. But I went to go look him up, and it just so happens that when I searched his name, a Brady list came up with this officer on it. And of course, the Brady list, y'all know, does not release what they've gotten in trouble for. So it could be minor, it could be major, we won't know. And then they put this in as incident 935, which you could see where between, here, let me just go to this. Let me go back up here. That's not it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, so this is the beginning of it. 908, that I just read that. Okay, so it should be down here somewhere. Yeah, you see here where, and it's weird how the initial call that came in was a priority 7, which, I mean, when you got a missing juvenile, that should be a 9, but whatever. Mom was only calling to inquire about the missing vehicle, which is just, I'd like to know who she called, because nobody wants to claim those phone calls that happened prior to her getting a hold of CHP. I would like to hear a Truckee PD dispatch call. I would like to hear Placer County, Nevada County, whoever she contacted, which I have so much shit that I need a FOIA. There's so much to this case, and that's why people think it's just cut and dry, closed as an accident. No, I don't buy this accident. Nothing about any of this data that I'm receiving points to an accident. So yeah, right here you'll see where Placer County Sheriff's Office is an allied agency, makes this call. But what's odd, okay, is, let me see. So you got the first keystroke at 10:02. And then the call taking complete is at 10:07, which means they waited in line in queue for almost 4 minutes, and then the call lasted 4 minutes and 57 seconds. I'm sorry if y'all can't read this. I can't zoom in on it, I suppose. And then you'll see here where it says Stephen R. Garcia Jr. took this call with whomever with Placer County Sheriff's Office. It lasted almost 5 minutes. And then you can see where nobody was assigned at this time, which is odd, at 10 o'clock. Nobody was assigned, nobody's en route, nobody arrived. And then, this is what's, I would like to know Stephen Locatelli's part here. Because, what is this? Roughly 15 minutes later, not even? What, 10 minutes later? No, not even. Like 15 minutes later. This Stephen W. Locatelli, which I've looked him up to, I put his information on there, at 10:22 comes in, and he's the one that closes this after 20 minutes. Like, it logs it right here. The log is right here. The other thing I wanted to make note of, which stands out for me as well, is you can see where all of these, okay, you can see where all the text insertion is. And it's only because they take those catalogs and they just transfer them over. And then when they need to do a redaction, they'll pull that, usually that whole page, and they'll put an image redaction so that there's no way that you can take it off. Or in certain PDF editors, you can actually put redactions in there. The reason why I'm going to assume that they're images is because when I switch from edit text, it shows me all the everything in here that's been put in here text-based, which means it's been straight transferred from their catalogs to a PDF. So it's going to transfer as a text object. Anything that's been inserted as an image, you won't be able to click it and edit text. And I'm just going to show you, like, the difference between the two. Is you'll see all of these here, they have boxes around them. And I can double click and I can copy and paste whatever the hell I want in each one of these boxes. I can copy and paste it, okay? So when you see the redaction here, this means somebody put an image redaction and then later cited the codes of why they redacted said information under state law. The issue that I'm having here, okay, is you can see all of this stuff is, you're able to edit it. You're able to edit this, you're able to edit all of this, okay? But when you come down to this page that isn't noted as a solid redaction, see how these all have boxes? All of this has boxes. Everything here has a box, as it has a text box. When you go to page 2 of 3, all of this is an image. This is an image that's been placed in here. I think this is the first image that I point out by putting a highlight on it, or a circle is what it is. When I did an extraction of images just to see which ones were image overlaid over top of, because first they have to transfer the catalogs, and then they have to go in, do the redactions, put the images over it, put image placeholders. I have questions for page 2 as to why this entire page is an image. There's no text to it, which means, in my opinion, that this was inserted after they took all the catalogs and converted them over to PDF to fulfill public service, public records requests. I'm curious why this entire page is an image. It was very, very hard for me to go through all this. I typed it all out. I don't even care. But it's odd, okay? So when you go down this panel, and this is what I was trying to point out to people, is you'll see it has the date, and the timestamp. So you have the timestamp here. You have what user, what response they've made, and what they've added to whatever. And everything seems to go in chronological order. It's very shady. It's very shady, Bex. And then there's a lot of backlogging that I'm noticing. So, on this page that is just an image, instead of it being, I mean, I can see right here where this and this one and these ones here, you might not be able to see it from your point of view, so I'm going to zoom in on it, okay? It kind of like does this like gray highlight on certain areas of this, which I don't understand why it's doing that. However, if you look, I can't hit the, yeah, I can. When you look at the timestamps here, okay, so this person at 10:22 cancels this response for a missing juvenile, and the cancellation reason, which I've also put in the timeline, is because they radioed the desk and the response disposition is an F file, which I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to have to look that up. Anyway, what's odd, okay, is you got 10:22 here, and then on 8/6 at 1:05 p.m., somebody just went in and I don't know if they were reading a message from said report, but all they did was go in, look. I don't know if they were looking to see, because if you look here, okay, so they can leave comments under these things, which I don't know if the comments are included in here. I'm going to assume not. I think those are kept private. You'll see here where in the timeline of this call and all this going out, where is it Garcia? I think it is Garcia. Hold on, let me double check. I don't want to say. Okay, so 10:07 is Steve. At 10:22, Steven. Okay, we got Steve at 10:07 and at 10:22. Okay, so Garcia put all of updated this broadcast, which that's what it says. Placer County Sheriff's Office, which, so I am going to assume that these officers got a dispatch from Placer County Sheriff's Office, because comment 1 is Placer County Sheriff's Office is requesting a broadcast on missing 16-year-old female juvenile. Anyway, back to what I was trying to point out. So this is all Garcia. What's the hell is that? Locatelli. That's his name. Never mind. So then, yeah, at 10:07, Garcia, I'm going to assume, made the incident 9:35. And he read it from Placer County. And then he commented back. And it also marked what he read from Placer County, which I'm going to assume is this right here. And then he exited, and then he went back in, I guess, to see if there was a response, and there wasn't one. So he left again, exit save. So then whoever, 10:22, this would be Locatelli, also from Butte. So it's odd because, well, maybe not. So you got a Placer County sheriff, which isn't in this report, so you're going to have to get the report from Placer County and mesh the two together. F-file is Fortran source code. Google it. It's too much to type. Maybe I will have to look that up right now because I'd like to know what. How did you look that up? F-file Fortran source. With a new option for source file format. Reform Fortran source format. Okay, so this is the code in which this company, I forget the name of this company that holds this data. Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. So, okay, so pretty much what they've done is in them going in, the information that it's logged is filed back to this data warehouse, which I should look up data warehouse in California. Actually, that's another thing I need to just keep another tab open for so I can look into stuff. Data warehouse. Let's see. All right. Why is it showing up as an Amazon fulfillment center? Datacenters.com. All right, let's do that. Facilities and data centers in California. Oh, wow. I would like to see Irvine. Okay, so LAX 3, Irvine Data Center campus there. And then, what about San Francisco? Okay, so here's the Silicon Valley one, Digital Realty. Silicon Valley Data Center, 200 Paul Avenue, San Francisco. No. Center Square, Los Angeles Irvine Data Center, 2681 Calvin Avenue. There's another, what company am I looking for? It's called Data Warehouse. Actually, I'll just accept your cookie so I can see this. Okay. F. Data. What? Data Warehouse isn't showing up on here. Huh. Is that how they spell it? Hold up. Data is. Nothing showing up as warehouse. 266 data holding facilities. Dang. I don't see this here. Alright, let me go back. Data warehouse. I really am starting to not like DuckDuckGo. No. I'm just curious if it's the same in the same areas as I should look up San Diego ones too, because University San Diego. And I wonder if let me go to Google. I really don't like DuckDuckGo for certain searches. Look, I really hope that Elon develops a search engine and an email client. Whoa. Okay, so it's not okay. So this is data center warehouse, and this is DSUSD data warehouse. Ain't that something? Yeah, it's a point of interest. All right. Indio, California. Salton Sea, huh? Isn't the Salton Sea what used to be super ginormous in California? And they've slowly sucked the life out of it. This is it. This would have to be it. Hold on. Hold on. No. Hold on. Now you got me going down rabbit holes, and I'm supposed to be working on this thing. No, dude. See? This is why I really am. DuckDuckGo is turning to garbage, dude. I hate to say it. Turning to absolute garbage. I don't know what they've done or who they've sold anything to, but eek. Why is everything coming up as Desert Sands Unified School District in La Quinta, California? They're saying that this is where this is at. And it looks like a school sign, and I'm afraid to click on it. I don't care, I'm clicking it. Street View 360, please. Come on! Time for this. Give me this shit. I hate that really. Well, that's just like out in the middle of nowhere, huh? Is this a school? Bus parking only. That's a school, bro. Wait a minute. Why does this look familiar? Hold on. I need to zoom out of this. Why do I feel like I was going around like Semtex or whatever the hell the name of that site is? If you remember the hills in the picture of the car at a those rigs in the background. I don't like this at all. Yeah, I feel like that Simex or whatever it's called is on the other side of here. I'd like to know where this place is at. They got jobs on Indeed. A data warehouse analyst, huh? I like data. I like analyzing it. What's up, Shelly? How you doing, honey? Data analyst, huh? Hmm. Anyway, it's just I want to know what this DS. That's a school. Why are they? This can't be right. Now it's got me all messed up. It doesn't tell me what this company is either. This can't be it. State federal program. Hmm. Desert Sands has state and federal Title III funding and structural needs. Why do they have schools hold this data? Y'all notice that? Like the colleges and schools, their servers, their cloud storage. Yeah. Bermuda Dunes, Indian Wells, Indio, La Quinta, and Palm Desert, it's DSUSD, is one of the larger employees in the valley with over 4,000 employees. That's odd that this school is what holds their data. Anyway, I don't know if that's something, anything, but I want to read about this. All right, let me go to this website right here. Compiling the source code. The first step in the build process is to compile the source code. The output from the steps is generally known as the object code, a set of instructions for the computer generated from human to readable source code. Different compilers will produce different object codes from the same source code and naming conventions. Okay, so it's just pretty much how dude, this is really easy coding here. This is really easy coding. Fortran, huh? Sorry for anybody that knows absolutely nothing about coding. It's interesting to me. So it's just pretty much telling you how it's transferred. But yeah, that's what my point that I'm making here is this is how you can tell that this is direct information that was stored at the warehouse and then they grabbed it and converted it to PDF. Somebody's page 2 of 3 in the very beginning of this, on the 6th, from the jump, this is an image file. And then this, I don't know if this is Lucatelli. I don't know who accessed this. This is what bothers me, is it doesn't say who accessed it. Anyway, at 10:22, which is the time that Lucatelli, he hops in now, and he reads the comment, marks as read, clicks cancel, and the cancel response is missing juvenile. I'm going to assume that they're just gathering the information. And then it's odd because that's 10:22 a.m. That's when all this stuff is being dispatched. This is when they're showing up at Prosser. At 1:05 p.m., somebody went in and just clicked save. And then at 5:09 p.m., somebody went in and just clicked save. And then at 5:15, somebody went in and just clicked exit save. And then it's odd here because 8:26, y'all following me? This is 20 days later. Is this the person that inserted this image instead of it being the actual log reports? Just a question. I don't know. I really don't know. I know very little about a whole bunch of things, and they all kind of make me think a lot. Hi, Jade. How you doing, honey? Yeah, Grok is very good at what it does. It's just because the knowledge base has increased on it, the image base is kind of starting to, it needs help too. It's getting better, but how can I explain it? The image creating is also getting better, but it's also getting worse because, I don't know, the prompts that you feed to it, it doesn't react the same, which I guess, whatever. Anyway, so on 8:26, at 8:54 a.m., somebody went in and clicked exit save. On the 26th, I'd like to know who accessed this from CHP on 8:26. I should make a note of that. All right, let me. I gotta pay attention to time too, because I got banana bread and rolls I gotta get done. And then I gotta start dinner. Alright. And the thing of it is you can't copy paste any of this. 8:26, is that on here? No, see, it's not. The only thing that's listed in this master is 10:06 and 10:22. See that? Anything after that, it isn't logged. And it also doesn't have a user. 8:26. Yes, you know. I don't know. It's just something I just noticed. All right, I'm gonna write that down. That's odd. All right, I'm gonna make note of that. Oop. Give me this one. I don't want that on there. I want this in a different one. I need my Foyas one. Bro, where? I'm in the wrong spot. Oops. Sheets. Yeah, this one. Alright. Insert some rows here. No ho. Insert 3 rows. Alright. And this was on 8/26. This would be CHP Butte County. 8:54:55. Oop, this should be a dot. Oops. Alright, we got that added. That's another for you I need. Okay. So they have it marked as incident 935, which is the attempt to locate juvenile, and they're told to go to Prosser Lake from Placer County. Actually, I'm gonna put Placer County Sheriff's Office here as well because, just because I need to. Red, and I would like this font to be not bold and match that. All right. 906 mom calls. 908 Roxana puts it into the system, cancels out since she can't help it. And then at 10:02, Placer County gets a hold of Steve Garcia Jr. at the Butte County CHP to put out a what the hell is it called? Can't think of the name of it. So. Puts out a broadcast. Placer County requests a broadcast. Okay. Subject Rodney Kiley was in the area of Prosser Lake last night and never came home. What's in the 8011 cops? I do have that written down somewhere. Hold on. 8011. I do have the code. Right? So I know I have that in for CFZ. I think it's like copy something. Dude, I know I have this here somewhere. I know what that means, but off the top of my head, I can't. And that's at 10:07. 10:07. This message is put out. Okay. So Locatelli and Garcia were the two to put the dispatches out to other. It's just crazy to me that you got a 16-year-old missing girl and their priority is a 6 to go look for her at this lake. Anyway. And then, yeah, here, Placer County Sheriff's Office, Allied Agency. Do I have 13569? I think I have that on here. Yes, A15. Wait. 13569. Yes, okay. So that's all in there. It's just, it's odd. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's odd to me. Okay, y'all here with me? It's odd to me that they have Placer County Sheriff's Office calling. This is what's odd to me. They have them calling in to badge 1708, which I'm going to assume is Garcia. And then Locatelli also gets that same dispatch, and there's his. Where are the other timestamps of these other 3 or 4? Here, hold on. 4. You got 4 people here. Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of this, because I'm going to need to send this to save CHP folder. CHP records. I'm going to make a new folder. Come on. Let me name it requests. That one is at the top. And this will be there would be a name though. Alright, so I want the users for these timestamps. I don't know why they're not included. But what I do know so I'm going to see if these, I want to see at what point does the timestamp, I want to see at 10 o'clock in the morning, because it's really odd. Okay, so just bear with me. You have 2 dispatchers. You have 2 dispatchers that got into this data program, whatever you want to call it, this application that they use as responders to take these calls, because they're typing while they're listening and the phone call is recorded. That's why we get the 911 dispatch calls back. So you have 2 responders and they're documented. But then you also have 4 people that also accessed it on a page. This is what got me fucked up. On a page that isn't the actual, it's not. Fuck my life. These boxes here prove that these are all authentic, is the word I'm looking for. Like, these are authentic logs, right? But then you have this one that's inserted. It's almost like, I don't know, did you take your names off of here? These 4 people? These 4 people that went in and just clicked exit and save? The one that most concerns me is this 826 at 854:55. And the fact that this is, like, you can clearly see, it's not editable. Okay? Now, if I go to edit object, image, it'll let me click that shit. But if I go to edit text, it doesn't become text boxes like this. Which just is, in my opinion, is you have the authentic logs that this data warehouse was holding. You have the authentic logs that are just transferred over into PDF, so they stay text-based. And then when they go in and redact, I understand redactions becoming an image, like an image. The only thing that this proves is that this here, because it's an image, this entire page has a redaction in it. Page 2 of 3. Hold on, let's go clear down to the redaction page. Okay, what page is this on? It's page 1. That's page 2. That's page 3. There's page 4. Page 5. I want to know about page 5. Tell me about page 5. Tell me more about page 5. See, they don't tell you why the entire page. So you have page 5 here, okay? And it's telling you under the government code 7927.705 that the information that is redacted in there, like the little black boxes, there's 2 of them. And they're telling you why, is because information withheld pursuant to California Government Code 7927.705, which incorporates an individual's rights to privacy under the California Constitution, which I get it. What I don't get is the fact. You're seeing facts right here. I've put this in Adobe, but I just prefer Foxit. Foxit really tells you things. Let's go back to page 5. All these pages are text-based, but when you go to page 5, it's not. And page 5 also has these 4 users that access this. These 3 I totally understand, but this last one here, not so much. And it's just crazy. You see, it's not documented here. 10/06/666/22, which is like them doing their job, legally doing their job. What I don't understand is why those other 4 aren't here. Doesn't tell you what they did, and it doesn't tell you their number that identifies them. See that? Okay. All right, let's keep going. Actually, no, let's not. I do want to browse over this. Miranda Rausch, huh? Why does that name sound familiar? All right, this next one. Actually, let me start here. This is 8/8. Yeah, this is a whole nother date. Maybe I'll come back in a little bit. I really got to get my banana bread started. I got to get some rolls made. And I got to start my prep of my salmon, so. Yeah, something's going on there, Jade, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. It was like Sheriff, what the hell was it? Sheriff Tahoe Invest Tips. That's what it was. That's it. Yeah. Tied to the sheriff's department. It's crazy. I wonder if private investigators get their own special email addresses through the sheriff's departments. If they're helping with something. I don't know. Anyway. Just going through, and this is why I've been explaining to you guys, like, this last drop that I did, and there's a reason why I put the watermark on it. Like, this right here is super, super, super fucking important. Super important. And I mean, just within the first 5 pages of the 51, you see what I'm saying? I know a lot of people want me to make videos to break things down. There's just certain things, like, I'll give my opinion on it, but I want y'all to think for yourself. I want you to go through the data yourself and tell me what you see as well. And then we can just, you know what I mean, collect all our nuts together as a little squirrely team and expose things and get things to proper people so they really see what we see, which is some fucky ass shit going on, bro. Some fucky ass shit going on. See, here it shows you that people actually showed the fuck up. Anyway, so the last thing that I want to add to this is if you look at the fire cam footage that this same place sent, which is California Highway Patrol, they also sent me the 60 frames. But it's technically not 60 frames per second. It is 2 frames per second, which is like negative 30 frames per second. Anyway, it's not what you think it is. Anyway, if you look at the timestamps for that, which is odd because I asked for all of it, not just, I don't know, I want to see the next day. I want to see your search. I want to see it all. All they got to show is what they're claiming is Kylie going into the water. And I just can't buy it. I can't do it. Not with all the data that I look at on a daily basis. But if you look at the fire cam that they sent, you'll see that they cut the footage in which they decided to share with me. They conveniently cut it at the time that law enforcement responds. That's kind of odd, right? Y'all don't think? What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I gotta get off here. I gotta get shit done. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for being here. God bless.